It began with an email that should not have existed. On a quiet Tuesday night, at 2:13 a.m., cybersecurity analyst Leah Adusei sat hunched over her laptop, her apartment lit only by the glow of 2 monitors. Her job was to find threats, isolate them, and stop them before they spread. But this email wasn't like anything she had ever seen. The subject line was short, chilling. "We see you." Inside was a single line of code, a string of numbers and letters that made no sense, and a live feed of her own webcam. Someone, somewhere, was inside her laptop, and they wanted her to know it. If this story already has you on edge, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this case. It's about to get even darker. Leah had been with a national cybercrime unit for 3 years. She was brilliant, precise, and had cracked cases that crippled entire ransomware gangs. But what she was looking at now felt personal. Whoever was doing this wasn't just attacking random victims. They had targeted her. Within hours, her phone buzzed. Another message. "You locked us away. Now we lock you in." Then, her apartment lights flickered and went out. At 3 a.m., Leah's phone buzzed again. But this time it wasn't a message. It was a bank alert. Her checking account. Emptied. Her savings. Gone. Her credit card. Maxed out in seconds. Within minutes, she was bankrupt, digitally erased. But then came the real horror. The group, whoever they were, posted her home address online. The next morning, Leah didn't go to work. She couldn't. Her apartment felt unsafe. Her boss, Chief Inspector Mensah, ordered her to the office under armed escort. The team assembled. They pulled every digital forensics tool they had. But the hackers were ghosts, jumping from one hijacked IP to another, leaving nothing but taunting messages in their wake. And then, just when they thought they had a trace, a new victim appeared. A wealthy tech CEO, Kofi Mensah, woke up to find millions missing from his crypto wallets. A video appeared online. "Kofi Mensah, this is your price." The video showed him asleep in his own bed. The message was clear. These hackers weren't after money. They were after control. 3 weeks into the investigation, Leah's team finally cracked a partial trace. The origin wasn't Russia, not China, not Eastern Europe. It was Accra, someone local. The IP address belonged to the National Cybercrime Unit's own network. The hacker was inside the very organization tasked with stopping them. Leah didn't know who she could trust. One night, she found a small black USB drive slipped under her apartment door. No note, just a drive. Against her better judgment, she plugged it into an isolated, offline laptop. On it was a single video file. Leah pressed play. Her own face stared back at her, but it was live. The video feed shifted, showing the office security room. One by one, every officer she worked with appeared on screen. Their computer screens mirrored, their movements tracked. "One of them is ours," a robotic voice whispered through the speakers.
"Find them before they find you."
Leah worked secretly at night, combing through every access log, every file, every surveillance feed. Then she saw it. A timestamp. One of her colleagues, someone she saw every single day, had been running an authorized script from inside headquarters. When she confronted her boss with the evidence, he stared at her for a long time. Then he slid a folder across the desk. Inside were photographs. Her photographs, taken from across the street. "Leah," he said slowly,
They were taken last night. And there are no cameras near your apartment. Someone is following you.
The next morning, Leah's car wouldn't start. Inside the glove compartment was a phone that wasn't hers. It vibrated once. A text appeared. "You're getting close." And then a live video started streaming, showing her apartment building from across the street. A shadowy figure stood there, just staring into the camera. Then the phone went dark. Leah returned to the office to find chaos. Every screen was black. Then, one by one, they lit up, displaying the same message. "You failed." The building went into lockdown. The team tried to sever the network, but it was too late. The attackers had dumped every confidential file they had onto the dark web, including the names of undercover agents. Within hours, one of those agents turned up dead. Leah knew she had no choice. She traced the last signal manually, following it street by street, node by node, until she landed in front of an abandoned tech hub downtown. Inside, the air smelled like dust and old wires. She found a single running computer, displaying scrolling lines of code. Then a voice behind her said,
"You weren't supposed to find this place."
She turned. It was one of her closest colleagues. The one who trained her. The one who had been like family. "Why?" she whispered. He smiled faintly.
"Because they took everything from me first. And now, I take everything from them."
He gestured at the computer.
"You think this is hacking? No, Leah. This is justice. They built the system that ruined lives. I just broke it."
But before she could respond, every screen in the room lit up, showing the same symbol. Not his symbol, not Hayes. A third group. Someone else had just hijacked their feed. "You both played our game well," a distorted voice said.
Now comes level 2.
Suddenly, the building's doors slammed shut. Metal shutters dropped over the windows. The computer screen flashed a countdown, 60:00. A digital timer. 1 hour. Leah's colleague looked at her in shock. This isn't me," he stammered.
"They're coming for both of us."
The lights went out. The room was plunged into total darkness, except for the glowing countdown. 59:59. 59:58. 59:57. Darkness. Silence. And that glowing red timer. 59:57. 59:56. 59:55. Leah's heart hammered in her chest. The abandoned tech hub was now a prison. The air was hot with electricity, humming faintly as if the whole building had come alive. "We need to move," her colleague said. "No, not colleague anymore. Traitor. We're not moving until you tell me everything." Leah shot back, stepping between him and the door. But before he could answer, the speakers crackled. "You have 1 hour to choose," the distorted voice said.
Save yourself, or stop what's coming.
The screen flashed again, this time showing a world map with red dots appearing rapidly across major cities. New York, London, Lagos, Tokyo, Johannesburg. Something massive was about to happen. Leah grabbed the keyboard. She had to know what those red dots meant. Her fingers flew, decrypting the incoming data stream. Her blood ran cold. Each red dot wasn't random. It was a server location. Thousands of them. "They're about to release something," she whispered.
"Something global."
Her ex-mentor, Kweku, stepped closer. "It's the Ghost Protocol," he said grimly.
A worm I helped design years ago. It can shut down entire infrastructures, banks, hospitals, airports, simultaneously.
Leah's stomach dropped.
And you gave it to them.
No, Kweku snapped.
I built it for us, to fight back against surveillance states. But someone stole it, turned it into a weapon.
For the first time, Leah realized she had no choice. If the countdown hit 0, millions could be in danger. Fine, she said through clenched teeth.
We work together. But when this is over, you answer for everything.
Kweku nodded.
Deal.
They started tracing the signal controlling the countdown. It wasn't just one source. It was a swarm, bouncing across compromised servers worldwide. We can't stop it by brute force, Leah said.
We have to find the command and control node, the brain of the operation.
And there was only one way to do that. Go deeper into the dark web than either of them had ever gone. Minutes ticked away as Leah and Kweku jacked into a secure AGAP machine. The screen glowed with endless onion addresses, encrypted forums, black markets full of stolen data. Finally, Leah found a thread titled Level TWO, with thousands of anonymous users watching in real time. And then a message appeared, addressed to her by name. Leah Adusei, welcome to the endgame. A link popped up. Kweku grabbed her wrist.
Don't click it. It could be a kill switch.
Leah hesitated, then clicked. The screen filled with a live feed. A figure in a hooded sweatshirt sat in front of multiple monitors, face hidden. You think you're heroes, the distorted voice said.
You're just pawns. This entire game, the hacks, the leaks, even Kweku's so-called betrayal, it was all to bring you here.
Why me? Leah demanded. The figure leaned forward, revealing their face. Leah's jaw dropped. It was her own sister, Emma Adusei, missing for 3 years. Presumed dead. You disappeared? Leah whispered. Emma's expression was cold.
I disappeared because they took everything from me. My research, my future. You stayed loyal to the system that ruined our family. I built a new system, one that tears theirs down.
Leah's eyes filled with tears.
Emma, this isn't justice. This is mass chaos. People will die.
Good, Emma said flatly.
Maybe then they'll listen.
The timer hit 8 p.m. Emma gave her one final offer.
Join me, Leah. Help me finish this. Or stop me and lose me forever.
Leah's mind raced. She remembered the victims, the CEO humiliated, the agent who died, the innocent lives about to be disrupted worldwide. But she also remembered Emma as a child, holding her hand, telling her she wanted to change the world. Leah and Kweku launched a counterattack, a digital duel fought at lightning speed. Commands flew across the screen. Firewalls fell. Servers blinked offline. Emma was good, too good. With 10 minutes left, she unleashed the Ghost Protocol. The map turned crimson. She triggered it. Kweku yelled. Then we trigger the failsafe, Leah replied. The failsafe, an old piece of code Leah had written years ago, buried deep in the government systems. She executed it manually, rerouting the worm into a quarantine server farm. The lights in the building flickered violently as the code burned itself out. The timer stopped at 0:02. 2 seconds from global collapse. Emma's feed went dark. Leah stared at the blank screen, shaking. Is she gone? Kweku asked quietly. Leah swallowed hard.
No, she's out there, and she won't stop.
Weeks later, Leah testified before an international cybercrime tribunal. Kweku turned himself in and accepted a reduced sentence in exchange for helping dismantle the network. But late one night, as Leah sat at her desk, her phone buzzed. A new email. Subject line, Round 2. Inside was a single attachment, a photograph of Emma, smiling. Behind her was a laptop screen, and on it, another countdown. This case might be closed on paper, but in the digital shadows, the war has just begun.